Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really.
Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
You mean shenanigans? Oh! Shenanigans?
All right.
Yeah, so when I saw you getting naked the other day, yeah, we're recording.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Well, then, I guess I have to say welcome to
Punk ass.
and Random Heroes Cheeky Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Bam, right there.
My name is Jesse, aka Random Hero,
And I'm Nick, aka Punk ass.
and this is our very first episode, not only of video, like officially, but season 2,
Yeah.
episode 1.
This would be the start of season 2, episode 1.
Season 1 is going to be the 11 episodes we did that were audio only. DJ Fallen came on, and we wanted to make that one video, but we weren't quite ready, so...
Yeah, I didn't buy the right equipment.
But,
Our friends at the DVE audio store, right?
DVE store.
That's it.
Where I used to work, guy, he really hooked us up with some video gear so we could make this push.
Yeah.
Like a really killer mixer by Roland and some new mics and stuff.
And they wanted us to try out this new demo mic that I'm
Yep.
trying out.
By Aston Microphones.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've really hooked us up and are continuing to do so. And we don't have any paperwork that says this, but that makes them our first real sponsor, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys ever want to
That'd
know
be
what
pretty
kind of gear
awesome.
we're using or anything, we'll give you a link in the comments or something like that.
Yes.
That's what people say on videos, right?
I think. I don't know, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's funny. The camera doesn't make any noise or anything. It's
No.
not like a person in the room.
But it's like a
But
mind thing
You feel it
that
looking
you
at
know
you.
it's
Yeah.
looking at me. So I'm
Yeah.
just trying to focus on you.
And I had to put clothes on for this
Yeah.
episode, which I'm sure everyone is grateful for.
Yep. Jesse usually doesn't wear pants because we only did audio, but now he's got pants on.
Yeah, for now at least. We'll see how this episode goes.
Man, finally we got going again.
It's been 2 weeks?
It's been more like 3, maybe.
Man, yeah, and I've missed this. I mean, we've put in a lot of work rearranging shit and
Yeah.
getting the...
We got our cool banner with ourselves on it.
Yeah, gotta
And-
love that, even though we're both sitting on the wrong side of the
Yep.
the artwork. But
And we do have a new logo out, but I do want to say when we post this, it's not what I wanted, but we're going to use it anyways because it's a shenanigans thing.
the kangaroo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a boxing washed up stoner bangaroo. I was going to say bangaroo. Kangaroo. And the guy that created it for me on Fiverr made this hulked out fucking kangaroo that looks like a cigar in his mouth. And I was just because originally when he brought it to me, he had UFC gloves. So the kangaroo had fingers.
Uh-huh.
I was like, can you just change the gloves to the regular round gloves and we'll just call it good? Because I didn't want to be I need you to start all the way over.
The stoner kangaroo's a little too threatening, so can you tone it down to
Yeah.
cartoony boxing gloves?
It's I just wanted a fat kangaroo wearing a diaper or something, like a homeless kangaroo, so to say.
That's what you think of us.
Yeah.
We're not just little stoner boxing kangaroos. We're homeless, destitute, flabby kangaroos.
We're like the, I don't know, let's say the two kids from that movie Waiting, Andy Milonakis and the other guy.
Yeah, they're so funny.
Yeah.
Always in the cooler, taking whippets.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff.
Which I watch. Andy Milonakis is still doing stuff, but he's not as popular. And I was watching a YouTube video where they're out hanging out in a convenience store, and he has a guy with him, I think, that just documents everything that he does now.
Yeah.
And there's this black guy that kept antagonizing him, saying "Oh, we fucking make money just for doing this." He's I make money too. He wanted to fight him, but Andy Milonakis was "Oh no, dude, we're good." He was kind of scared, but he wasn't. I don't know. It was weird.
I mean, does he still look like he's 12?
Man, a little bit fatter, I guess. A little bit fatter.
I gotta be honest, as good as he is in that movie, I never understood the fascination with him.
It was the Andy Milonakis show, I think, that made him popular.
It was, but what I'm saying is when I tried to watch it, I didn't get it. And
I don't remember. I thought of it maybe as Tom Green show, kind of, but below that type of show he was doing.
Very much similar styles of comedy where they can be very deadpan, very, very, like, strange characters, and they can do that in front of people with straight faces.
Yeah.
And just fuck with them in a way that I never could. I'd start laughing in no time if I was really messing with people and getting the reactions those guys do. But, like, even just the theme song to his show, you know, I would have friends who would watch it and they would be laughing even at the song. And I'm listening to it like, it doesn't make any sense. Which doesn't mean it's, you know, not funny. It just means that I'm not that type of...
Was it on MTV or Comedy Central?
So. I believe it was MTV, but as I mentioned Comedy Central, that could be.
So...
Look at your manners.
We were hanging out. Oh, it's because my girlfriend has got me programmed. Every time I burp, I gotta say excuse me.
No, I do too. I was just making fun.
We were hanging out yesterday, and we were driving around in my vehicle, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a front license plate on my vehicle because it's broken.
Are you talking about me and you driving around?
Yeah. And I remember you specifically saying, "Oh, they don't pull you over for not having a front license plate."
And then on the drive back to my house, I stopped counting at 10 other cars who also did not have front plates.
Yeah. So today, on my way here, so we can get this started, maybe like 5 minutes into my drive, a cop car whips around and pulls me over.
Wait, but didn't you say it was a lady cop?
Yeah, it was a lady cop. So
maybe she.
So in my mind, when she pulled up and she asked me, "Hey, where's your license or registration?" I was like, "Suck my." Nope,
no,
sorry. It's right here. It's right here, officer.
You know, if anything, you got to be extra nice to them because I'm sure they get messed with all the time. And if you can just be a good, decent person to them, I'm sure that, you know, they're as reasonable as any other.
You know, I don't know why, and I'm not even black, but I felt nervous while I was getting pulled over, and I didn't. Even though it was like a normal traffic stop, and I already knew what it was gonna be, I was still like, here you go. Like she's gonna go find something and then tell me to get out of the car and put your hands behind. Yeah.
Up at 10 and 2, just,
It's a good thing I had my seatbelt on too, because I usually don't wear that.
Why would you not do that?
Because it should be a thing where if you want to wear it or not, you can.
It's meant to save lives.
Right, but it should be my choice if I want to be saved or not.
It still is your choice.
This is like the same issue I have with the tipping thing. Okay.
Think of it this way: if you don't want to wear your seatbelt, you don't have to. Think of the tickets you'll get as the convenience charge you pay for not having to wear it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to get into this whole tipping dilemma since you.
Again?
Yeah, I want to get into this again. Okay. Now, where were we? I forgot who I was talking to, but I think it was a coffee stand or some other store where you like tip the person. Oh yeah, I was at the Mexican restaurant, the drive-through, during my lunch break with my coworker.
They have a drive-through Mexican restaurant where they take tips.
Yeah, it's called Mimos.
Mimos. Oh,
yep,
okay.
Mimos.
Yeah, the 24-hour place.
Yeah. So we were pulling up there. I was like, dude, don't worry about a tip. And he like looked at me like, what? So my issue is I work for a job, right?
Yeah.
I get paid hourly. Mm-hmm. Okay. People that bartend or work at coffee stands, they get paid hourly too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why is it I don't get tips, but then they are obligated to get tips? What is the difference between the two jobs?
Well, the number one difference right off the top of my head is purely the customer service part.
Mm-hmm.
You work at Boeing.
Yeah.
Okay, how many customers do you actually meet? Customers, your customers are not the people who get on the airplanes. Your customers are the companies who buy them from you. So how many of those guys have you ever met?
You don't really meet any of them.
Right.
Ever.
So who are they going to tip? They're tipping your bosses. They're giving them all kinds of little, bonuses and stuff for making the sales and all that. You're just not in the right. You're like the kitchen worker at the bar. They don't always get tip sharing from their bartenders, but they're doing a lot of the work. That's you. Your bosses are the bartenders, and their customers are the guys giving.
So are we tipping just for the customer service aspect of the job?
That's the idea, yeah. That really is. And the thing is, honestly, if I don't bring the kind of customer service that makes you want to tip, I don't really expect one. If I'm trying my best and something goes wrong and it's not my fault, that sucks if you don't get a tip, but you get it because they didn't have good service. It's the people who come in all the time, get great service, and never want to reward that or even show appreciation to it. That's that's where people get salty about not being tipped.
Right. I'm just saying I shouldn't have to feel obligated to give a tip if I don't want to.
You don't have to.
I know, but
And
then
they'll
if you
keep
don't,
serving you if you don't, but it might be slower.
or just like with pizza delivery guys, right? If
Yeah.
you don't tip them, you might have something in your food the next time.
You won't
That's
have
the
anything-
shitty thing I don't like about tipping. That's why it should be gone.
There's no repercussions for people who don't tip except maybe slightly less punctual customer service as others. Like at a pizza place, I worked at Papa John's when I was like 19, and we definitely keep track of the people who don't tip.
Right.
But that doesn't mean I'm spitting in their food. It just means that if I have to take 3 pizza orders out at the same time, I'm probably taking theirs last.
Now, if you had like a really asshole rude customer,
Same thing.
no, you know, haven't you ever seen the movie Waiting?
Yeah, I've seen it. No one wants to do that.
No?
No, God, no. Ugh. And plus, these days, there's like, you would definitely get caught, and that's gross.
You don't want to have a pube salad? Mmm.
Brussels sprouts.
Maybe a couple gray ones in there, depending on how old you are.
You know how old I am.
You're 35.
Yep. God.
Are you? I just
Yeah.
got. Ooh. All right.
You know what's weird?
Huh.
If you were born on or before this day in 1998, you are of drinking age.
Yeah, before this date right now?
In 1998.
Oh.
So people who were born when I was 15 years old are now legally able to drink.
Yeah, I think I was only like 8 or 9.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, maybe 10. Speaking of today, I need to tell you I have AIDS. Just kidding. April Fools. Get it? Because it's April Fools today, guy.
Wow, you really had me going.
I
there.
know, dude. You should have seen your face. Actually, you can. Just look in the camera. You can see your face.
Well, it doesn't really faze me when you say that because you either admit to having AIDS multiple times a day or you accuse other people of having
Well,
it.
here's a funny story. Today, I'm going to bring it up, Mr. I can't go to 7-Eleven because there's a girl that works there and you don't want to fucking go there because you ghosted her.
Yeah, I ghosted her. And that it's not something I'm proud of. I hate
No.
that I'm still weak enough to do that.
Well, it's not really, it's not a bad thing.
It is. It's a terrible thing.
People have one-nighters all the time.
Yeah, but the ghosting thing, like when it happens to you, it always sucks because there's so many questions. And I hate being the type of asshole hypocrite who does that sometimes.
Okay, but we gotta make this like a laughable situation, though. And
it's already laughable.
And I want to know how it started. That's what I want to know.
It's just some texting, really.
Like, well, did you get her number from going there a lot, or did she give you the number?
No, we knew a couple people in common, and she ended up being one of those like recommended people on Facebook kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I never even got her actual number. We just messaged on there a little bit, and yeah, as has happened so frequently in the last couple of years, it just usually I'm on the receiving end of it, to be honest. But I mean, I'm as guilty as anyone. We have all ghosted somebody, all of us, probably multiple times. And as high and mighty as you might want to feel when you're the one being ghosted, we've all done it.
You know,
it's easier for you to not feel like an asshole if you just never have to deal with them being like, okay, well, fuck off or whatever. You
Yeah.
know?
You said or whatever again. I think we should
Are you
point
keeping track?
we should point out to each other.
Yeah. We will get better about it.
But
I don't think
what's
we're
funny-
saying like nearly as often.
What's funny is I think it's AM/PM in Stanwood.
Yeah.
When I lived in Camino Island, I used to stop there before work every time, and there was this like girl that worked there as well, and I bought something, and she was doing something at the register, and she gave me my fucking receipt, and she's like, here, and it had her fucking name and phone number on it. She's like, I'm leaving.
Oh.
I'm gonna go work in bartending at like Amigos. I was like, okay, but I was with Lindsay, so I was like, and I went back to Lindsay's side. I'm like, hey, look, some chick gave me a phone number. Here you go. And just threw it away. I was just trying
to
to
laugh about it, or was she pissed about it?
No, she like the jealous, like, oh really, like that type thing.
No, I mean, like, some people have a sense of humor about it if they're secure enough in their relationship. Like, oh, yeah, you got another number.
It made me feel a little good because it made me realize that, okay, maybe I am a little attractive. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe on the outside.
Yeah, on the inside, I'm just an asshole.
Yeah, this will go well until about the time she actually gets to know you.
Yeah, she already knows me. What do you think? Where do you think I got part of the punk ass name from? From her?
From Lindsay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean,
like such a punk ass. Oh my god.
I never hear people our age calling other people our age punk asses, though. That's always like a kid. Oh, look at that little punk ass. You know, it's like this person is, you know, on a. They're subterranean to my intelligence. This is a tiny person. I never need to worry about them again. You little punk ass.
Which, I think if you look up like Urban Dictionary, like punk ass has to do with some like gay thing or
You did.
like
You gave us a
in the
definition.
butt thing. You know.
You gave us a definition right out of there, I think, on the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was one of the ones that got cut. But...
Now, if you look up my name in Urban Dictionary, it just says how sexy, hot of a guy I am, and I'm very romantic.
And all the dudes love me.
And all the guys love me.
Real quick about your gas station story, though. There was one girl that I did decide to ask out who worked at a gas station once, which is a terrifying prospect because if you
Did she have prosthetic arms?
What? No.
Okay. Just checking, dude.
Did I say something?
No,
that made it
I
sound
just wanted to fucking say it.
So, okay, next time I talk about any woman, I'll be sure to clarify that she had no prosthetic limbs. No, she worked at there's a big gas station out in, like, Stevens, as you're heading up into the old part of town, and they sell, like, kegs there and stuff, too. So, I'd gone in there a couple times, and we just had good conversations, and she was cute and all that, so the company I worked for at the time was doing a Christmas party. And so I just went in there. I was like, hey, I know you don't know me. I'm just another asshole customer. But got this company Christmas party.
Yeah.
And no one to bring. It might be a good chance to, you know, get to know you or something. Would you be interested? And she's like, well, you know, I'm really flattered, but I am seeing someone. But thanks so much. And it was fine. And, like, I left not feeling defeated, even though it was like...
You always got to try.
Yeah. And the thing was, I used to be so scared to try.
Yeah.
And then that story was the one time when I was like... You know, I'd like to ask that girl out, but she'd never say yes. And I'd already written it off. And then just something inside was like, no, you idiot. At least take the chance, you know? At least try. If you don't risk anything, you're never going to find anything. So I went, and she, you know, she was kind about it and let me down easy and seemed genuinely interested in continuing to be friends or something. I just did it again, didn't I?
Nope. It's okay.
I said or something that
or
time.
something.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
sometime.
But, like, this is how I feel, dude.
This is how I feel.
You know what?
No longer hangry.
It's funny you say that because, you know, you said you try. But there's always, like, that one douchebag, like, bro guy that, like, goes to parties or something like that.
Yeah.
Where he'll be like, oh, hey, you want a bone? But, like, if he has 10 girls, there's probably one in there that's going to be like, oh, sure, let's go.
Yeah.
It's
She
just,
likes to fuck.
it's just like the odds, you know?
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and the funny thing, if you watch like some animal documentaries, who might
They just
You don't
rape
have to
each
watch-
other. That's all they do.
not all of them, no. There's some that, you know, I'm not talking about just watching a bunch of clips of animals humping, but if you watch the actual like attraction rituals for mating and stuff like that, you will see just how obvious all the males are in the entire animal kingdom. You've got these little hummingbirds, and the girls are like normal-looking hummingbirds, and the guys have these big, giant-ass little feathers that they have to move in specific ways to try and get
Really?
the girl
Do
to
you
say
know
yes.
how penguins do it?
Some penguins mate for life. Others are kind of more rapists and stuff like
Right.
that.
But do you know how the male, like, tries to choose the female?
No.
He-
Do you know?
I'm not 100%, but I heard this somewhere. I think it
gonna
was
teach me
I think it was a movie or
I'm
some
less confident
documentary.
that you're about to teach
Nope.
me something.
They the penguin that finds his mate, he like picks out like the perfect pebble, something like that, and then gives it to the woman penguin to be like, "Oh, hey, I want to be your mate for life."
So you gave her a rock?
Yep. Rock.
I mean, that's technically what we
I
do.
could be wrong, But I'm
That's what
saying
we
that's
do.
how I feel is right now.
Crystallized carbon is just a rock.
Is that meth?
Diamond.
Oh, you had to go smart with it, so I wouldn't know what the fuck
Excuse
it was.
me.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yep.
Hmm.
Because everyone likes it when I teach you stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
Except for you.
So, Jesse,
So, Nicolars.
what have you done lately?
Well, we've done some band stuff. You know, to be perfectly honest with everyone, I had a really down time for the last couple weeks. It's been really tough shaking it, and I don't think it's a coincidence that this happened when we weren't also doing episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Because this is a great time to come out and, you know, just be happy and
Right.
shoot the shit. And when I don't have that, you know, some stuff can get internalized. And it was really brutal for a while, but finally the last couple of days, you know, the sun's come out. Things have been okay.
Traffic gets worse.
Traffic gets worse. Nick got pulled over. That really helped get me out of my depression.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of cops today. I'm guaranteed there's probably gonna be another pullover. I'm gonna have to be like, oh yeah, I already got pulled over today.
And
Look
then
at
be
my
like, April
record.
Fools, and then just drive off.
I think the next time I get pulled over, I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna be like, I just always wanted to know, do you guys really have to meet a quota every month? I don't want
They
to see.
do.
I want to
No.
see what they say.
I was arrested for negligent driving way back in 2004 or 5. I forget which.
What is negligent driving?
It was a turned down DUI, basically.
Mm.
They didn't observe me driving erratically or anything. But when they came up, I was on my own property when they got there. And in my car, you know, listening to the stereo and all that, and they came up and they asked me to do the field test. And
Mm-hmm.
I kind of thought they were joking because I was already at home, and I explained that to them. And
Right.
I did the test, and I was fine. And then they asked me to do the breathalyzer, and I did that, and it was a .085. And I was like, well, I'm
So you're only 5.5 over?
0.05 over. 0.005.
Okay.
So 0.08 is the limit. 0.085 was what I blew. And then so they arrested me, and I
Just
was
for
kinda
that,
scared at
just for that 0.05,
Well, yeah,
just
well,
that much.
What had happened is when they decided to arrest me,
Mm-hmm.
I had asked them, you know, why they were doing this since I was already at home, and one of the cops on scene said, we have to make quota. He's like, this
That's
will
so
probably get
fucked up.
dropped, but we have to. And I was like, why? Why do you have to?
Yeah.
So we go back to the station where they make you blow again, and you know, I was 21 newly at the time. I didn't know my rights or anything. I had facial piercings, which can affect the BAC
Oh, yeah, I've had it.
breathalyzer.
Uh-huh.
Didn't know that. Didn't make me take it out or anything, so I just blew again at the station. 0.081
Fuck.
gave me a technical DUI that was reduced to a negligent later on.
So if it was a 0.08, would they have to let you go, or would they find some other fucking loophole and be like, oh well?
They can. I mean, they can give you a DUI if you blow like a .05.
Really?
If they think that you're driving impaired.
But isn't it state law saying 0.08 you shouldn't get in trouble?
No. 0.08 is saying that's the max you can have when driving before you'll absolutely get in trouble. So if you go over that line, you will definitely get in trouble. If you're under it, you have a chance
Okay,
of not
so
being
you
in
said
trouble.
this line. What if you go in between both lines, right?
Then you would still be under. Because this line is all that matters.
But what about this line?
This line.
Like, are you like we're like right here, right?
Yeah.
We want to be up here, but we always end up down here under this line.
You know what's
How do
great
we
about-
get up here?
I don't know. But the best part of this conversation is that we would not have been able to have this last episode because the video wasn't working.
Yeah, I know.
No one would have understood what you were
I
just
know.
doing
Now
there.
I can do this.
And
Like
down
this.
here. Yeah.
You know, it's really cool. We started this when did we start it?
We had originally started making plans in October, and I think we started recording episodes in November. And then we actually started posting them and saving them in December.
Now, just look at all this stuff we have compared
to my living room.
to what we had back there, where it was just us huddled in the couch and just one little like mixing board
With
with-
two little microphones,
Yeah.
like one on a desk mount stand.
I got this really nice thick mic thing here.
Keep doing that. Yeah, just keep
Yeah,
doing
I'm
that.
just sorry. Maybe we should Google what this means. Just Google it. So we're gonna
Come a
go.
long way, baby.
We're gonna go see Slipknot, right?
Yes.
You're going.
We're going to
I
at
would
least
totally.
that night.
I totally would have went with you guys, but My coworker already bought the tickets, and I wanted to make sure to be in the pit area for Slipknot because I've never seen them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. I was in the pit for Stone Sour like a year and a half ago, and at my age, that messed me up. So, like, Slipknot would be 10 times.
I've always wanted to be in a Slipknot mosh pit. Now is my chance, and I'm going to do it. I might get thrown around like a rag doll, but hey.
Are you going to the whole weekend of shows?
No, I don't like Disturbed. I kind of do want to see Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson just to see how good of a show they put on.
Yeah.
And Marilyn Manson's always unpredictable, so
Right.
he could be fucked up or mad or fucking not show up. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I was supposed to see him when I went to Aftershock 2 years ago, and something had happened and they weren't able to play, so a bunch of bands got moved around and all that.
Do you remember fucking like seeing Marilyn Manson on TV and stuff when you were like a kid or like teenager, dude? Just like, what?
That was an interesting period. He had started to get big, like, what, around like 97, 96, somewhere in there.
Like maybe 98, and you know that one. I remember that one music video where he was wearing like that weird like white plastic suit with the boobs on it.
My when he came out, my mom thought that he was basically the Antichrist, which he helped in people assuming that by literally naming one of his albums Antichrist Superstar, and just really playing on that. But as I've gone back as an adult and like listened to it and paid attention to the words and all that, it's not like he was even close to singing about demonic stuff or whatever. It's normal rock that he just added this huge persona to, and that's really what sold it.
It's like after. Did you watch the Motley Crue movie on Netflix yet? The
Not
Dirt.
yet, no.
It's really good.
Is it?
But there's a point in the beginning there where they're trying to just like come up with something that makes it like shocky, like a devil symbol or stuff like that, just to be like, oh, I can't believe they did that. So it's like putting on a show. It doesn't mean you're. Well, I think Marilyn Manson does fucking study the Satanist Bible. I think.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that I've studied it, but I've read a couple tenets of it. And
have you?
The Satanist Bible is not.
Is that like an anarchist cookbook? Maybe.
It's closer to that than it is to the actual Bible. It's kind of just like a set of what some people might begrudgingly call selfish rules for existence. Basically, you're trying to put yourself first. You're trying to take care of yourself and the environment you live in. The planet's important to you. It's Satanism, according to that, is mostly more similar to Wicca.
Yeah,
it would seem.
Than
like Satan and the devil. Like, no one thinks they're gonna summon an actual demon who's gonna take over New York City or something.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a joke because this popped in my head about like the Holocaust, right?
Oh, wow, we went in two different directions on that one.
Just hear me out, all right? So they say Jesus was a Jew, correct?
Yes.
Was Holocaust. They were killing all the Jews, correct? And so if you think about it, when they put Jesus on a cross and nailed it to him and started throwing rocks at him and he died up there, don't you think that is the first start of a Holocaust right there, since he's Jewish? Huh?
The Holocaust is not a blanket term for any time you kill a Jew.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the Nazis were right back then starting, right at the beginning.
Yeah, but there was like a 2,000-year difference between when the Romans were killing Jesus and when the Nazis were killing everyone else.
I'm just trying to make the thing that, the Holocaust started when they put Jesus on that fucking cross. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what? Google it. You'll find out all the information.
And none of it'll say that. The problem with you saying to Google everything is when people do, they're going to realize how little you actually know.
Yeah, I know. I know when to know things and know when not to know things that
when do
are
you decide
important.
to act smart? Because we've all already come to realize that you're smarter than you usually present yourself.
Yeah.
What are the situations when you finally, like, is Smart Nick only used for job interviews or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I like to make people laugh, or I like it when people are having bad days, or like if Aaron, our guitar player, needs to talk shit to me to feel better about himself, then it's totally fine. Go ahead.
Well, be careful. He will make liberal use of that policy, just like Ron does.
I know.
Our drummer, for
Like,
people who don't
my-
know him, is
My
just,
feelings are totally just like low, so I don't get hurt a lot.
that's
so,
why I don't make fun of you at band practice. I wait till we're on the show.
Oh, well, see, yeah, that totally works. And then it's funny because I'll like want to make fun of people or I'll have something to say, but then I don't want to because I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't
Right.
care if they hurt mine, but then I don't want to hurt them.
Do you
It's
ever-
weird.
Do you do that thing? It seems like most people do, where like you go in the shower and you're just replaying a conversation in your head, and suddenly you have all these great ideas of how you could have won the debate,
Yeah, or a fight.
stuff you should
You
have
know?
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
It is
You
frustrating.
always feel like, man, if I was just a little smarter, if I was just a little faster, I could have said that.
If I
then,
would
and
have
would've
studied in high school, maybe even 8th grade.
won. You know, they should really teach people to have arguments in school.
What would it be called? Argumenting 101?
Well, I mean, they touch on it in debate class, but if you think about it, school's meant to prepare you for the real world, and the one thing that happens all the time that they try to avoid like the plague at schools is fighting.
Yeah.
You know, if there was a way to kind of teach kids how to stay engaged in an argument without resorting to name calling or without yelling, you know, ways that you can, even if you're frustrated, get your point across without it devolving into chaos, that might prepare kids a little bit more for the real world.
Yeah.
When suddenly, you know, they're dating some girl and totally just flies off the handle and like hits her or something for the first time. Even if he doesn't end up continuing to be that abusive, if you gave him a little training back in school, maybe that thought would have never come across his mind or something.
It's funny.
That's just a
It's
terrible
funny
off the
when you mentioned
example.
debate club. 8th grade at the Arlington Middle School. I
Was
did.
this before you went to the alternative school?
Yeah.
Uh,
I wanted to get out of PE class because I just didn't want to do PE anymore. So I got it to where I would take debate class instead of PE. Okay.
yeah.
Now we had this debate assignment to pick a person or category about what you think is cool or what's right.
Like historical or something?
And just whoever, band, historical, whoever. Okay. So do you want to guess who I chose to write debate on?
My only tough call here is whether or not you went with one or all three members of Blink-182.
The one member of Blink-182. Yeah, I did. I really did. Okay. So I wrote it and I said my speech during class. Okay. But here's the funny part.
Stop! I'm still laughing.
Yeah, it's fine because
How did I fucking know?
because you're gonna laugh more. Okay.
Good.
So after
Oh,
I
thank
was
God.
done, there's this other kid that came up and did his debate about some music, alternative music, and like Nirvana. In the middle of his speech that he wrote down, and he was like, the reason why Blink-182 sucks, after I already did mine, so they like already knew I was a fan of Blink-182,
Yeah.
and it was just funny how it connected when he said Blink-182 sucked. But it's funny, yeah, I did do like a debate essay on Tom DeLonge, yeah.
Well, and that was before he started doing like his UFO stuff.
It was...
Was it just based on the music?
I think so, and...
Music videos?
I think about how like he got me into playing guitar or like music and some weird shit like that.
Aw.
But now
You ever
he's
told him so?
he's just
He's the alien.
he's doing his weird
He's
thing.
trying to be like Steve Owen, but for aliens.
But aliens?
Right.
Or-
See this alien right here in his natural
I
habitat.
feel like I try like if I try to do an accent, I feel like I have Down syndrome, dude. I'm not making fun of the kids that have Down syndrome. I'm just saying I talk like it when I try to do accents.
I don't think you're making anything better at the moment.
You know what? This is a comedy podcast. We gotta,
Oh, it's comedy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oi. Yes.
No, I have changed accent, now Russian.
Oh, you're Russian. I can't do anything, dude. I don't know what it is. Oi, come on, mate. Let's go. Let's go for a walk.
Let's
Ooh,
not.
look, I didn't bring water. Oh, wait, I could do one. Remember? A ching chong ching pong pong.
Oh my god.
Yep.
God damn it.
You started it, dude. It's not racist. That's what you said last time, and I wanted to bring it up again.
Yeah, because that's definitely not racist.
No, it's, there's a lot of Asians that work at my work. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll catch myself when they like.
I wish we had a banner going across right now that was like, the views and opinions expressed by Punkass do not reflect those of the person sitting across the desk from him. Please continue.
He's not
with your
racist. He's
tirade."
not racist.
Go
But
ahead.
when they talk and they'll say wire bundle, right? But they'll be like wire bundle like that.
Yeah.
I'll when I'm talking to them about the situation, sometimes I'll say it how they say it on accident because I think I don't know how that works. Like
It's chameleon speech. I don't know if that's the real name for it, but that's what I've always associated it as. Like, whenever I hang out with the guys I used to work with from England at the video production conferences or trade shows, I would end up starting to pick up little things like they would say it.
Yeah.
I couldn't speak with their full accent, but I would start to say certain words that way. And I think it's just association. If you spend a year over in
the
Australia,
guys that I met in Vegas. Those
yeah,
guys?
yeah, you did meet them. Yeah, Paul and
Like,
Calvin.
oi, mate,
Yeah.
come on, let's have a beer.
Well, that sounds more almost Australian, but yeah.
Whatever.
But like when you hang out with people, if you had like a Jamaican buddy who had a really thick accent, you hang out with them all the time, you're naturally going to start to do that too. That's why I call it the chameleon speech, is because it's kind of a natural thing that happens. You don't necessarily think about that unless you're trying to learn how to do an accent.
Now
Or unless you're a complete fucking idiot like you.
I wanna tell a little story
Yeah.
to people about this Vegas trip. Okay.
Oh,
So Jesse was down at business doing
I already know
a,
you're
bit,
about to lie.
a business trip down in Vegas, and he was like, "Dude, why don't you come down?" And I was going through a hard time at the time in a breakup, so I was like, "Screw it, I got a little extra money. I'll just book a flight right now, and I'll go down there."
yeah.
So I did. I met you down there.
Yeah.
We walked around. We even got paid $20 to watch some show and give
We
give
watched a
like an
full
opinion.
hour-long
Yeah.
episode of a new
And
show.
I believe it never came on. It was some weird robot.
I kept an eye out for it
Yeah.
for the last few years. Just every time a new show would come out that was remotely tech or whatever,
It was
I would look at it. Damn it! I did it again.
it was just people coming out saying, "Hey, you want to make a quick $20?" Which is not quick. You have to sit there through the whole like 50-minute episode to get paid.
But we had nothing else to do at that point, and it was kind of like, why not?
And I had the big margarita drink thing. That I was good. And so we did that, and then we met all the London guys.
Paul and Calvin.
Yeah. We went to some Indian restaurant. Had some.
Way too spicy of food.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, I've never been at a strip club in Vegas. Okay, to this day, I've always wanted to go. I was like, Jesse, let's go. And then we ended up doing something else, going to a karaoke bar. And then we go back to the hotel room. Jesse ends up, aka Random Hero over here, ends up getting a bloody fucking nose that was really bad. And I don't even know how it happened.
It started when we had the spicy Indian food.
Really?
Yeah.
But it would not stop bleeding. So then,
For so long.
did I call 911? Or we called hotel security, and then
We called the hotel. Yeah, one of the guys came up first.
They called 911 because there's like blood everywhere coming at it, like it was like having its period week or something.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So then the ambulance comes, and then you get taken away, and you wanted me to come with you, and they're like, "Well, have you been drinking?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, you can't ride with us." I'm like, "Fuck, I'll just have to stay here."
I never realized they said that to you.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
I wish you would have,
What,
because
fucking-
the rest of the story was really rough.
Was it really? So that's the only half that I know because I went back to bed after you left.
You did. You were asleep by the
I know.
time I got back. I have to paint the picture for the rest of it, though, because it was truly something that you would maybe picture seeing in a movie or a TV show that ends up in Vegas at some point. So after they had put me on the little wheelie stretcher, they took me down the freight elevators in the hotel, like the back way where no people were, no guests or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the aid car, we're riding over to the hospital, not like fast because it was just a nosebleed. But at that point, it had been bleeding for about 30 straight minutes.
Yeah, wouldn't stop.
It wouldn't stop. No matter what we did, no matter what the paramedics did to my nose in the bathroom, it just wouldn't stop. So they were talking about it like they were going to cauterize my nose when I got to the hospital.
Oh.
Right. So the EMT was starting to get ready to set an IV hookup, like a tap in my arm, so that when we got there, if they needed to pump drugs in me, they could just do it. And I told him, I said, I have really deep veins. They're hard to hit, even in ideal conditions. We're in an ambulance that's moving. It would probably be best if we just wait. Is that okay? And he was like, no, man, I got this. So he poked at me about 6 or 7 times, not getting it. And I'm getting frustrated. And then he finally gets it. And because he had failed so many times, he didn't have the right cap on the end or something. So I got a little spurt all over my clothes. And then right at that point, we show up.
Yeah.
So he pulls it back out and just covers my arm.
Oh, no.
And I go into the hospital. And then as I'm in the waiting room and I do the triage and all that, it finally stopped bleeding on its own.
Yeah.
Right before the doctor came in. And so he checked it out and basically said, well, it stopped. We were going to cauterize it. There's probably no point now. Just do that at home if it keeps up, kind of thing, like back in Seattle. And but what they do is they kick you out the front door of the hospital in Vegas with nothing.
Yeah, weren't you wearing hospital socks still?
So I got those at the hospital. I was not wearing socks at all. I was in a shirt and gym shorts.
Yeah.
And no shoes, no socks. And so when they brought me back, I was wearing hospital socks, gym shorts, a blood-covered shirt. I had a big hole in my arm and a bunch of blood on this with a bandage still on it, and I show up back in the hotel lobby at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Look, and there's people who kind of look over, and I'm instantly thinking in my head, they're like, okay, they think that I have just gone through hell or something like that. These people are judging me so hard. And for all that I was prepared to endure question-wise from the randoms, the thing that was almost weirder about it is they all just went back to playing their games. As if it wasn't weird.
It's the addiction, dude.
Or like they've seen that too many times.
It's
like,
fucking Vegas.
Guy with blood all over his clothes showing up at 4 a.m. in hospital socks and PJs. It's Vegas.
It's Vegas. It's Vegas, dude. So, I mean, moral of the story is don't fucking go to Vegas with Jesse because, you'll end up getting blood on yourself.
Well, and after that, I learned that you can request from hotels. You can request a humidifier for your room.
Did you have to pay for that?
Pay for what?
That whole hospital trip?
No, that was covered under company.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I mean, it happened on the weekend. I think that was like a Saturday night when you flew down and we did all that.
Yeah.
So by the time I actually had to work the trade show on Monday, it was pretty much fine. But later in that week, it happened again when we were down at Margaritaville, which is somewhere down
Margaritaville.
Dang it. We were staying at the Paris, and it was, I don't know, 2 or 3 hotels down. So like a mile walk. Vegas walk's almost a freaking mile. So.
Oh yeah, we went to that pawn shop too, that famous one.
Went to the Pawn Stars.
Which, shop. If you think, when I was in there, that place is actually fucking small.
It's super tiny.
And then in the show, it makes it look like it's fucking huge, and it's not.
Yeah, and it's because they're posting up at all the right angles.
Yeah.
And just getting that, and they don't. They don't do moving.
It's
shots
like they're like this, is the pawn shop, and then they have like their little clothing store with the name on it, and then that's it.
Yeah, they had a merch section in their own store.
Yeah.
That took up floor space, and then the rest was, the walking space was probably no bigger than that of my 2-bedroom apartment here. And
I think during that trip, I went and saw my good friend that I was been raised up since like middle school, and I had like a sketchy moment because he lived at his mom's house, and he lived like in the ghetto neighborhood of Vegas. So I'm like,
Vegas?
Yeah, so I'm
Where's
like,
that?
I don't remember.
Like old school Vegas?
Like just like the neighborhood kind of looks like I don't know, Everett ghetto,
Everett sucks.
Yeah. So we were like, he's like, let's go walk to the gas station, and it's like 100 degrees, and I'm fucking hot, and we start walking to the gas station. We come out, and there's like these guys, like I don't know, scroungy looking fucking guys sitting on the curb. And as I walk past them, like, hey, you want to buy some Coke? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good. That's like the Vegas type neighborhood. That's like normal there. I'm like,
well, and then when you're on the strip, especially, I don't know if they flick them quite as hard at female pedestrians, but when you're a guy and you're in Vegas and evening starts to hit, sun might start going down. all of a sudden, all the sidewalks are loaded with these people just flicking little business cards.
Oh yeah,
Strip
strip clubs or escorts.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a normal thing.
Yeah, but you just have to ignore them. If you engage every person, it'll take you 15 minutes to get between hotels.
I always like getting like the free like newspaper thing. You know the ones like they're not newspapers, but like the ad. You know how you can go to Seattle and get like the Seattle fucking book?
I can't read.
What? This whole time, dude?
I'm illegitimate.
No.
Yeah, the Stranger's one of those.
Yep. Well, I still don't want to go. Nope, not anymore. I can't. I'm too old. I can't go to strip clubs anymore.
Yeah?
You know,
When's the last time? How long ago?
I think it was Aaron's bachelor party.
God, how long ago was that?
Aaron's bachelor party? That's so funny.
I want to say like 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Something like that.
I just moved back up from Portland, and we brought him down there and had a little fun. We really didn't spend a whole lot of time in any strip clubs.
I have a video on my phone. I kept it because you got sick while you were at the strip club and you had to go throw up. So you were walking down like this bridge and it was dark outside. And I tried to walk up to you to videotape. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, God.
Dude.
You have a video of that?
Yeah, but you can't see you. You can just hear. You're like, get out of here.
I don't even think I was like drunk or anything.
Well, we kind of drank all day.
Yeah, we were at that Brewers Festival.
Yeah.
Portland has such an amazing Brewers Festival. It's like 2 or 3 days. You buy these little tokens and you get little drinking glasses. I've still got some around.
Yeah,
here.
they're like this fucking small.
They are.
It's just a way to make money.
But you get to taste so many different beers. And there were some really good ones that I ended up buying a couple down the road when I looked them up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some that I've continued to look for that I've never
Yeah.
found.
I'm not a big drinker, but I remember getting like really buzzed during that. I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I can keep going.
Right. Well, a lot of those craft beers are probably well over 5%.
Yeah.
Maybe. So a little bit of that beer can go a long way, especially if you try any IPAs. Those are usually jacked up.
Yeah, I don't like IPAs.
Too
They must have a lot of hops in them.
We haven't discussed this a whole lot. What
Hop.
do you like to drink?
Hoppity hop. Like
Hoppity
alcohol wise or just in
Yeah,
general?
alcohol-wise.
Here's my theory, okay? If you want to drink, people drink to feel like buzzed or feel kind of good, correct?
Yes, most of them.
Yeah, okay. So why would you drink like a full 16-ounce beer, 2 or 3, just to feel that good when you can just go get hard alcohol and have one little shot and get the same effect of drinking 3 beers compared to one little shot glass?
Well, there's people who genuinely enjoy the taste of beer.
That's bullshit.
Why is that? I like some beers.
Well, I mean, okay, I like Corona. It's light. It's got a little bit of Mexican to it.
Is that the only one you like?
Yeah, I don't like any other ones. But if I have to drink, like I want to drink, I like tequila or I'll do whiskey. But I know it's going to sound womanly, but I like margaritas.
How is that womanly?
Not
I like margaritas.
not blended on the rocks.
I'm not a big tequila guy, but when I do have some tequila, it's really
Because
good.
when I picture margaritas, I picture like the big like glass. You know how you were like, oh hey Nick, I'll get you a drink at the casino, and you ordered me a fucking lemon drop, and I had to fucking drink the martini girly glass, dude. That's how I think when you order margaritas, like it's some girl fucking drink thing.
No.
Fucking
really,
lemon drop.
mean, that whole notion is kind of antiquated anyway, and that's obvious to say. But like, what really is a girly drink or a man's drink? Like, not all people like whiskey, and not all people who do like whiskey are men.
Okay. Say you're at a biker bar, okay? Yeah. You're at the bar, there's a bunch of fucking hardcore dudes standing next to you. Are you going to go up and be like, hey, can I get a sex on a beach?
Not if I'm standing next to you. I wouldn't want to have to navigate around your giant boner.
Hey, check out my boner. You want to see my boner?
Well, if we're among all that many big scary bikers, you'd at least have a fear boner.
Fear boners are the best, dude. Because there's no way to explain that.
No, here's the thing.
You know what? Hold on, stop for a minute. Is it fear boner a real thing?
I've never had one if it is, but it's a funny concept. I missed the league.
I know. I can't believe they got rid of it.
If I was at a bar like that where I felt super judged, I would still want to just order what I wanted to drink. There's no... If you're
Can I get a fuzzy
uncomfortable-
navel, please?
Fuck it, if that's what you want. If you're already uncomfortable, why does it matter if your drink comes with a lemon wedge on it or a little umbrella or something?
I know what your go-to is. Blow job. That's your drink.
Well, not for drinks.
No. Oh man.
No, I like whiskey, well, Scotch specifically. Some beers, and then just vodkas and rums that are not dirt cheap. But I really don't drink that much anymore either.
Yeah. I want to go back to our little recap thing. Okay. Recapping.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Who was our first guest?
Our very first guest was Aaron, but his microphone wasn't working.
Yeah.
So the first guest we had that was not Aaron was Ben.
Ben, that's right. That little fucking Ben guy. That's right.
Ben's awesome.
He's a little scoundrel,
No.
No, he's not. Yeah, I think he goes and gets guys blowjobs out in the alleyway behind the place that he works. I heard that. I saw it. Yeah.
You saw him
He gives blowjobs to homeless guys out there for free to make them feel like they.
Wait till he comes back on the show. I'm gonna play this clip.
I hope he hears it. Yeah. We're gonna make a 1-minute clip of me just talking about how he gives homeless guy blowjobs out in the alleyway. No, but yeah, he's really cool. I saw him at the Mushroom Head show. He was working the tickets.
Yeah, and he wants to come back, and I even pitched the idea of having him bring Barbie with him when he comes, because she wants to do the show also.
Okay, here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
When Yvette said Barbie, I thought of the girl that works Devin's poker parties.
Right.
Maybe that's because Barbie was framed in my mind like a Barbie doll, and that's why I was picturing the other one. So when she pointed her out, I was like, oh, that's not who I was thinking of. Yeah.
That's an interesting association.
Now, who is...
So Barbie is a bartender who also works at the same place Ben does. And she's been a friend of mine for, a year and a half now or so.
Okay.
And
just a side note that nobody knows that we're talking about. Is our song Incomplete about someone else?
It's about someone, but I'm not going to call that person out here because they don't know that song's about
No,
them.
right, but it's not, it's not Barbie?
No.
Okay, so that's good. No, okay. No, I thought it was.
No, never anything like that between Barbie and I, just good buddies,
Barbie and Ken and Barbie. Okay, carry on.
I'm just that.
All right.
Barbie and Ben?
Mm-hmm. Barbie, Ben,
Barbie,
BB.
Ben. Yeah, B&B.
EDBBB.
We were both going for the same thing.
EDBBB.
EDBB.
Eskimo Brothers.
EDBB.
If you guys think that we're Eskimo Brothers, hit us up and we'll hook you up with like a fucking sticker.
Do we know the answer to that question yet?
What?
If we're Eskimo Brothers?
No, we don't, dude. We have like such a... I don't know. I don't have a big list of women like you, Mr. fucking AIDS-infested gonorrhea over here. I kept it underneath the 10 mark.
Why do we have to bring this up again? I just
Because
don't know.
You know what though? It's like we talked about. It's not bad for guys. It's more bad for women for some reason in our society.
Well, I'm always trying to fight that stigma, so that's why I try to be honest about that whole topic. Because
did
if
you
a girl
know?
likes to have sex, why would we want to?
Yeah, but here's a gross fact though.
Yeah.
Did you know that when girls have sex with guys, there's still like some small part of the DNA from the guy stay there for however long she lives. So if she had sex with like 100 dudes, there's gonna be 100 little DNAs inside her the whole time.
So every time you go to, let's say, a restaurant, you demand they open a brand new glass?
No, but it's just it grosses me out. I don't know.
Oh my God, you're such a child.
Even though it grosses me out, I'm not complaining that I'm not gonna be like, oh, get away from me. No,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
If you don't want to deal with that, then switch back to guys.
No, because there's 100 million of other DNAs in their buttholes. I don't want to do that either. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's definitely the issue.
I interrupted, so you carry
I don't even remember.
You were talking about Ben and Barbie coming back on here next, but
oh yeah,
we were recapping on the guests that we had.
Well, they both want to do the show individually, so I also thought it'd be fun to have them both come on.
Right.
Especially because it seems like, he's not super comfortable being on camera, and she's never done like a podcast or anything before, so it might just be easier for him to be, comfortable with it. And then another thing to kind of recap is for this season, we're going to be bringing on an engineer.
What do you mean?
Someone who's going to be running our new video and audio
Oh
setup
yeah, fucking
while we do the show.
Her name's Sparkling butthole?
Unicorn Sparkles.
Oh, I was way off.
Yvette, my roommate.
Yeah.
We're still gonna have her on to do a full episode as a guest,
Mhm.
but once she takes over as engineer, she'll have kind of a little mic she can turn on and off whenever, and just be part of the show whenever something comes up. You know.
It's like we're like getting like professional, but like we're not at the same time. I don't know. It's nice.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
And you know, after a while, the camera is no longer feeling like a hot set of
It feels
eyes
like it's a
staring down
demon
into my head.
staring right at me, and I'm trying not to look at it.
The side of your face is getting warm and
Yeah.
a little sweaty, and you're just like, I can't look over there. I can't.
But you can.
But you can. It's our show.
You can. That's right.
We don't have to, but we can.
Yeah, I was gonna have my brother on here too. I figured I'd try to bring one in because it would be. I don't know where it would go. I don't know where it would lead.
I would love to just have a guest that you knew better than me on.
Yeah,
You know,
I
because
know.
all of them so far have been people that I knew a little bit more.
Yeah.
At least.
And you know, my brother, he's not like a people person, so it's gonna be nice just to see how he reacts trying to talk in a microphone and being on film. Because I told him it was gonna be video. So.
Does he have anything to say? Like, does he
I don't.
have any like, hobbies or?
Yeah, he does have like a lot of issues like with people because he like hates being around people.
Oh,
So-
is it gonna be like an angry venting episode?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. And just to hear his opinions out on things, I think
Yeah.
it'll be nice and different. And then who is next after Ben?
God, in this, we've got a lot of people that are trying to get on for this season.
I really
who
want to.
actively want to.
I really want to do the ghost hunting one. Not just like because I just want to like talk to the person that actually goes out and like ghost hunts or has ghost hunted, and just to hear explain how that works and like if it actually works or if it's fucking
Of course
true.
it doesn't actually work.
Who you don't know?
If any of that stuff actually worked, everyone would believe it by now.
Well, fucking the Amityville horror movie's based on whatever the fuck happened, and The Conjuring's based off the two couple that she was like psychic and fucking the demons and everything.
What I mean is when you're ghost hunting, you're using instruments that don't actually... They can't catch ghosts.
They can't catch different frequencies. If it was a ghost, some electronic
but
frequency.
What kind of narcissism is it to expect that if you die and you're a ghost walking around here that you would have some kind of detectable physical presence? That's just your own mind kind of limiting the scope of your imagination for what happens after you die.
You know, I wouldn't want to do it, but apparently it costs $60, right? And people fucking really buy these. I saw this on a YouTube video where there's like an evil spirit inside this box. They put do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but it sounds like something you could definitely buy online.
Yeah. And so you can buy the evil spirit unboxed, and it's like got all this like candle wax around it sealed. And if you open up the box, it's supposed to, be released or something. We should do that. We should do that right here and just open up the box and then see what happens.
I wonder if they have one of those for Ryan Reynolds. Like you can just open the box and then he just shows up and does an episode of the podcast. And then he goes back to make fun of his kids on Twitter again.
Yeah, Ryan
His
Reynolds.
Twitter account is hilarious.
I know. You know what? I've been trying so hard. I'll talk shit or make nasty comments or funny comments to all these celebrities' Twitters or Instagrams, and I've gotten nothing back except for Dane Cook. I got a like.
You got a like from Dane Cook?
Yeah, because I was listening to a podcast and he was saying how he always like responds back to like if anybody like DMs him, right? I was like, all right, I'm gonna test this theory. So I was like, I made some shit up. Okay, I was like, yeah, man, I've been having a real shitty time, but your comedy, makes me laugh, makes it better. That's what I said. I DM'd him that. Yeah. And then I woke up and it said like Dane Cook something. I'm like, what? Did he really message me back? And he just liked what I wrote. So nice. it was better than nothing.
Yeah. I've never had Dane Cook do that, but I got a response once from Hugh Laurie, the guy who played House. Got a response from him on Twitter. Got followed by a couple bands I really liked, like Amberlynn and Silverstein. Mm-hmm. And then I remember once I got an email from one of the guys who is an actor on Red Dwarf, which was a British comedy I grew up with at my dad's house. So like just minor, not even celebrity interactions, but acknowledgments that we're people, and that they're real people, and they might actually check their email now. And who would have thought?
I know. But I try to do it like on different comedians. I get nothing back. Like I want to know what, like if some other random person does and they respond back, like I don't know how to get their attention.
Stop worrying about it.
I'm gonna get one eventually. I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm gonna get one.
I'm gonna get one.
I'm gonna get blocked, but I'm gonna get it.
That's even fine. At least
That's a reaction.
that's a reaction. I'll get blocked. I don't give a fuck.
Because of my existence on this world, my 30 whatever years you've been alive, I forced a celebrity to click block on Twitter.
Well, I mean, fucking my Twitter name is punk ass, so you know.
Yeah, you're not exactly falsely advertising there. Well, we got to get to band practice.
Yes, we
Our
do.
little band called Pride Fails.
Pride Fails
We
is
really
the
just
name.
wanted to give everyone an update. We weren't even planning on making this a full-length episode, but I think it's going to be. And we wanted to show you guys the video setup, the new set, which will probably still be changing. You know, just getting some cool new stuff and trying to improve the quality, because this is something we really want to do.
Yeah.
This
Yes,
is
it
something
is.
we really enjoy doing.
And we
you guys to
really
listen,
need
like-
help getting this podcast out there. It's really funny how my couple-minute Nick Sparkler Bomb YouTube video has 27,000 views, and we can barely get over 100 on some of our episodes.
We just started. We have 11 episodes. If we were getting more than we're getting right now,
Mm-hmm.
it would be almost suspicious.
Like
doing
we're
fine.
running a drug
And I'm
ring
not-
around
I
here.
don't want to sit here and spend 5 minutes at the beginning of each episode plugging, you know.
Well, no, I'm not
sponsors.
talking about ads.
No,
you
I know, but I also don't want to spend it, you know, begging people to click like or subscribe
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. People already know that they have those options if they like us well enough.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to get our name out there, fucking awesome. We love you. We'll, you know, if you hit us up, we'll try and get you on the show sometime.
Or if you don't hit the like button, then
Whatever.
Santa Claus is gonna come shit under your tree during Christmas.
Basically, if you ever run across this point in our conversation on this episode, you probably have given us a fair listen by
Yeah.
now. And you've probably already mentioned it to somebody. Like Yvette talks about us all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this video thing too might help out a little bit more. Even though
once
they won't
they
watch
see
all
it.
of it, maybe, and then I'm maybe doing a couple of like maybe 2-minute clips. It might help get
us
us
do it like
views.
this, they can't hear us.
That's right.
Yeah.
They can't hear me.
Whisper.
Do you want to make out later?
Yeah.
Okay, back. All right, guys. So
I think we just played hide and seek.
we did peekaboo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
yeah.
do have to go to band practice.
We do got to get out of here. So, once again, this is the first episode of season 2 of Punk Ass and Random Heroes Cheeky Shenanigans.
And you will see our new logo, and just give us a judging comment about what you think about it.
Yeah, and if you like tweet at us or hit us up on Facebook, we've got some stickers that we can send you that are nothing big, but it's something.
If you like the little pop sockets, they fit perfectly on the back of your pop socket. Actually, here,
Ooh.
let me get in my little desk here.
Do you have a pop socket in there?
No, but I have the sticker.
Oh.
See? This is what it looks like. Bam.
Oh.
And we'll just mail that to you because it won't cost anything except for a stamp.
That thing's the size of a stamp.
I know.
We should just use that as the
yeah,
stamp.
just use it for the stamp.
We'll put it on a letter, and we'll just drop it off wherever your actual mailbox is. Since
Yeah,
that will
yeah.
make it through the
We'll
post
be
office.
our own USPS, whatever they're called, USBP, EDBB.
Only ours would be USDS.
Yeah,
United
dick
States
sucking.
Dick service.
Oh, I was way off.
It's always dick sucking with you.
I
isn't it?
don't know why, dude. It's just I'm not gay,
That's why
okay?
you smile that way.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like
You know what's funny about this picture is like somehow, even though they never saw a picture of Nick smiling that way, they totally
know.
captured his smile.
I don't, but
And
I don't
we-
have that big of a teeth, but it's okay.
And I never wear collared shirts except for the one picture we sent the guy as a reference to
Yeah.
try it. And he did a great job.
He did do a good job.
Was that through Fiverr?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
This was the first guy I did, okay? The second guy I did for a kangaroo was like some comic book
I
guy.
had the same guy do it.
I did, but I wanted to give this guy a chance. Well, everyone, this is our first video episode of Cheeky Shenanigans.
Cheeky Shenanigans.
Jesse. Actually,
You
Yeah.
alright, mate?
yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
I have a hard time. I think Random Hero is just kind of like our stage name. I have a hard time being like, hey, Random Hero, what's up? I say, hey, Jesse.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's my gamer tag, essentially.
Yeah.
I've put that name on a lot of production stuff I've done, but it's never been like a licensed thing.
Yeah.
Really, I got it from the credits of the movie Haggard. I think we mentioned this in like episode 1 of season 1 or something.
Yeah.
And we have to go back and relabel all those so that it actually says season 1 now.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't confuse people.
Right. Yeah.
Because doing seasons is what small podcasts do all the time.
Uh-huh.
They really do that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
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 We're just like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Tom DeLonge.
No.
Oh, the desk is rising. I just gave you wood, didn't I? All right, guys. Yep, I'm going to stop dilly-dallying and we're going to get up out of here. Once again, my name is Jesse, a.k.a. Random Hero.
And I'm Nick, punk ass, everyone. I
This
know
is
I'm your
Cheeky-
favorite. This is...
Cheeky Shenanigans, and please have a consensual day.
Yes, what he said. I'm not going to say homosexual day, even though I just did. And we're out.
Hit the button.
Right?